Hello, and welcome to the Completely Useless Games channel. Now, we're playing a game called Case Files, The Death of Paulette Williams.
Alright, the video feed should be up and running, so if you can see me and hear me, then everything is working exactly.
I can see you and hear you.
I just want to take a quick moment just to go over the setup that you got there. I want to make sure everything's working properly, make sure you feel comfortable with everything before we get the suspects in, alright? Now, what you're looking at now, this is the real-time video feed, and you've got the controls right in front of you that you can use to toggle back and forth between the two different camera angles. Now, this whole system is all touchscreen, so all you gotta do is just touch whichever feed you want, and that's the one that's going to be displayed. So why don't you go ahead, take a quick sec, and just toggle back and forth, make sure everything's working properly.
Hang on, touchscreen.
Right. Now, as long as this video feed is running, it's also being recorded and saved. In fact, it's actually recording right now in case you want to revisit any of this information later. Now, as soon as the recording stops, that's when it becomes available for you on the playback monitor that you also have in there. Now, this is where I'm counting on you, okay?
You're talking too fast.
Really
too much information.
Utilize that playback monitor and carefully analyze these suspects.
And did you like slow it real down? Slow down.
Catch that I'm going to miss while I'm in here, okay? That's where I'm counting on you. All right, now the video files that are going to be on that playback monitor you have full control over, but you got to be aware that those files will not be available to you until we're done with each session and the recording stops. All right, so that covers all the tech stuff. Now, the case, all right, let's do a quick recap on the case here. So, Samantha Williams, age 31, found her mom, Paulette Williams, age 62, dead in her bed after being on in-home hospice care for about 2 months, okay? Nothing out of the ordinary there, seeing as though Paulette was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Now, part of the hospice care was for Paulette to receive these 30 milligram Oxycontin pills. Now, the problem is that the medical examiner noted extremely high levels of Oxycontin in Paulette's system. Okay, these levels far exceed the 30 milligrams. Now, to top it off, the hospice worker, a guy named Michael Schaefer, he noted that there were missing pills when he went to do his final count. All right, there was actually 5 missing pills of Oxycontin to be exact. Now, it's important to note that Samantha and her husband, a guy named Elliot Jordan, who's age 34, they're the sole caretakers, right? So they're the only ones that are able to administer Paulette's Oxycontin on a regular basis. Now, I did have a chance to talk with both of them about a week or so ago, and things just aren't adding up, okay? They just aren't. Now, fortunately, they are being very cooperative, okay? Which is why they've agreed to come down here today and do the second interview with me. Now, since I spoke with them, I was able to subpoena some documents and some records to hopefully, shed light and just get a little insight as to what actually is going on here. And I actually did uncover a few things. So I learned that Samantha has a lot of debt. Right, a pretty significant amount. Most of it's student loans, but it's pretty significant nonetheless. I learned that her mom, Paulette, has a life insurance policy for $250,000 that is payable to her only child, Samantha. And I learned that Samantha booked a one-way ticket.
She did she?
For July of later this year. All right. Now, given all of that, I think it's safe to say that foul play is absolutely a possibility here. All right. Now, obviously, I'm going to be the physical presence in the room, but I'm going to rely on you. All right, like a lot.
I don't think you should do that.
My eye in the sky. All right. You have a far better vantage point than I do.
Really?
So I'll field all the questions in here, but I'm absolutely going to follow your lead. All right. So I need you to use everything that you got in that room to your advantage, okay? Because we have one goal. That's it, right? Solve this case.
Just got a couple of cats.
All right. That's it. That's all I got. So I'm going to bring Samantha in here first, and we'll get the video feed back up and running in just a sec. All right?
I'll read this sheet. Investigating detective. Is that Martin Ruiz? Is he Martin Ruiz? Or am I?
Okay. Samantha, we are recording. Today is
camera
Saturday,
A,
February 19th.
camera 1, camera 2.
I am Detective Martin Ruiz. Badge number 7621, and with me here is Samantha Williams. Samantha, I'm going to ask that you please spell your first and
So is she the daughter?
Samantha, Samantha, Williams, Williams.
Thank you. And now I do need you to acknowledge that this statement is being video and audio recorded and that you do consent to that recording. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I know we had a chance to go over your rights in the waiting room, but I do want to remind you that those rights do remain at all times today, okay? And I'm also
Get a lawyer.
obligated to make
First and
this-
foremost, get a lawyer.
I do understand.
No
The
comment.
last thing is I know we spoke about a week or so ago, so I'm probably going to ask you some very similar questions. If I do, just please go ahead and answer those, but this time for the record, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, Samantha, let's just start with you telling me what happened.
Okay. Where do you want me to start?
At the beginning.
Just tell me whatever you think I should know.
Okay. Well, there's not really that much to tell. My mom was on hospice care for quite some time, as you know. Stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And I woke up one morning and found her dead.
Oh.
It wasn't really a shock or anything. We were expecting it, but we just didn't really know when it was going to happen.
And Samantha, you're a substitute teacher, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm working on my teaching credentials.
So I'm assuming that's the reason that you were up so early that morning?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I usually get up about 6.
About 6.
If I'm quiet,
Continue.
it's because I'm trying to
Well,
concentrate.
I woke up.
It's very
I was
difficult
doing
for
my
me.
morning routine. I took a shower, went to make breakfast. Then I was going to go give my mom her morning pill and...
Okay, hold. So around what time was it that you were giving her this morning pill?
6:45.
6:45. And then,
Should I be taking notes?
Well, I went in to wake up Elliot, and we called the hospice nurse.
so see, this is where I'm lost. I don't understand. Why did you call the hospice nurse? Why didn't you guys call 911?
Well, that was our protocol. We'd gone over it quite a few times with our care team, and that was just what we were supposed to do.
And who advised you to do
the
that?
care team, that's Michael Schaefer, right? He's the hospice nurse that's with that care team?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I called Michael, and he was there actually within about an hour. There were all these other people that came in to clean up everything else, clean up the body. Elliot and I, we just stayed in our room, out of the way.
And just for the record, Elliot's your husband, right?
Yeah.
Well,
We know it's
seems,
confusing 'cause we don't share the same last name.
Quite plausible so far.
And how long have the two of you been married?
Just under 2 years.
Just under 2 years. All right. So why don't you tell me about the days leading up to all this?
Okay. How far back?
Why don't you go back to Monday, February 7th, since that'll put us about 2 days prior to your mom's death.
Monday was pretty typical. I got up, I did my morning routine. I went to work. I went to the gym and the grocery store, and then I was home about 7:30. Elliot actually had already ordered Thai food, so we had Thai food and then sat and watched TV for the rest of the evening. I went to bed about 10:30. 10.
Now, did you give your mom a dose of OxyContin that morning?
Yeah, I do the morning and Elliot does the evening.
So it's just the 2 pills every day?
Yeah, about 12 hours apart, approximately, anyway. Sometimes there's a breakthrough dose if she's really having like a lot of discomfort, but it's not normally part of the routine.
Gotcha. Now,
Gotta say, seems pretty plausible so far.
Michael, right, the hospice nurse. Are you
I'm
aware
thinking
that you visited
maybe
your
it's
mom?
the doctor dude.
Michael comes.
Very unusual protocol to phone the hospice and not phone
I'm
911.
normally not there. I'm usually at work, so Elliot's the one that lets him in.
So, seeing as though you weren't there, then it's safe to say that you really don't have any idea like what could have happened during his visit, right?
But I mean, I don't think that it would be anything different than a regular visit. Why? Did Michael say something happened that day?
No, not at all. No, I was just curious, that's all. So Tuesday, February 8th, how'd that day go for you?
Honestly, about the same. Minus, I guess, the gym and the grocery store. I was pretty tired, so I went home right after work. Elliot and I just had some leftover Thai food, watched TV for the rest of the evening. Then I went to bed, just like I always do.
And that would have been around like 10-ish, right?
Yeah, I mean, give or take 30 minutes.
And I'm going to assume that Elliot also that same day gave her her evening dose of Oxycontin. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so seeing as though you didn't give your mom a pill the morning of her death, right? Then it's safe to say that Elliot, right? He would have been the last person to give your mom Oxycontin. Is that correct? Right? Like nobody else could have given her a pill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's correct.
Any breakthrough doses?
Seems a little unsure.
No, not that I remember. No.
Now, Samantha, these 5 missing pills. Do you have any idea how these 5 pills could have gone missing?
No, I don't.
Well, you are at least aware, right, that these 5 pills have gone missing.
Yeah. That's what Michael said. Yeah.
I'm riveted. It's like one of them crime things you see on YouTube.
Yeah, that's a big
And the
part
real
of the reason.
interrogations.
Samantha, I
I love
can't
watching
seem to
them.
understand
Right,
how
nosy
5
bastard.
30 milligram Oxycontin pills could have gone missing.
Honestly, I can't tell you. I don't know.
You don't.
I don't know.
All right, Samantha, is there anything else that you think I should be aware of? Anything that you need to tell me?
Anything?
No.
Anything? Nothing?
But can I ask you a question?
Go on, ask.
Are we being suspected of something?
We have to question everybody in
Samantha,
these
foul play
circumstances.
is absolutely a possibility here, yes. Right, that's why I'm here. My job is to try to figure out what happened. Okay, but as long as you're honest with me, then we're good, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good. So look, there's just one last thing.
Just one more thing.
First, I need you to verify you still have some student loan debt. Is that correct?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And
It's awfully presumptuous. Just someone's in debt to straight away make the leap that they're a murderer.
About 105,000. Yeah.
105,000. Wow, that's a pretty significant amount of money.
Yeah.
Now, prior to your
So it's the national debt. That's trillions. Nobody gives a shit about that. So don't worry about it.
$250,000 that's payable directly to you, her only child.
I did. I mean, I didn't know about it until she got ill.
So prior to all this, you had no idea that she had this life insurance policy?
I mean, I'm sure she had something. I assumed she had something, but I didn't know any of the details of it, the amount, nothing.
All right, what can you tell me about Costa Rica?
Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Costa Rica.
You're probably referring to the plane ticket that I bought.
Yeah, that's correct. What's that all about?
There's just been so much going on. I've been really stressed out with, and I was just planning a little vacation.
A little
before
vacay, huh?
school was out. That's all.
After mother's
So
just
that's why you
died.
bought the
And you're going
ticket
on
for July?
your jollies.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Now, see, the problem is you bought a one-way ticket, Samantha, right? So,
Ah.
were you never planning on coming back?
No. No, it was just a cheap fare that I found. There's this app that tracks your purchases for you, but it only deals in one-way fare tickets. It's for plane travel. So I saw that ticket and I bought that flight, and I just was waiting for the right return flight. I just hadn't found it yet.
What about Elliot? Two of you weren't going to go together?
No.
Ah, it's a bit strange. She was planning to get off on her own.
We weren't sure if my mom would still need care at the time.
Oh, so you were going on vacay and you were going to leave your boyfriend to deal with his sick mother.
You didn't think to mention this earlier? I mean, this seems like a huge
When did she book
oversight,
this
don't you think?
ticket?
I didn't see what it had to do with anything. It's just a vacation.
It's just a vacation.
Just a little vacay. Dick.
Samantha, are you okay?
You don't have to bring any of this up to Elliot, do you?
Possibly, yeah. Samantha, are you sure there isn't something that you need to tell me?
I feel like you're withholding, Samantha.
No.
No.
You sure?
Okay. All right, Samantha, let's give you a break. Okay, we'll get your husband in here, okay? All right.
Right. Get the husband and see what he's got to say. Unbelievable. Oh. Oh, it's two screens. What's this one? Oh, what's...
Okay, Elliot, we are recording.
What's...
I do want to remind you that the rights that we
All right, the video feed should be up and running, so if you can see me and hear me.
Okay, so today is Saturday, February 19th of 2022. I am Detective Martin Ruiz, badge number 7621, and with me here is Elliot Gordon. Elliot, can you do me a favor and please...
What do you think, guys?
spell your first name?
Looks a bit dodgy, doesn't he?
E-L-L.
Denim jacket is...
Last name J-O-R-D-A-N.
Thank you. I do ask that you please acknowledge that this statement is being video and audio recorded and that you are consenting to that recording. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And lastly, I do want you to be aware that you do not have to make this statement. You're not obligated. You understand that, right?
Understood.
Okay. So, Elliot, yeah, I do want to get your take on things. So why don't you just tell me what happened?
Ah, what happened, Elliot?
I mean, there's not much to tell.
Come on.
Paulette was on hospice, and she was expected to pass away.
Expected.
And that's it.
I mean, there's really not much to say. It's just an unfortunate situation.
Unfortunate. Mm.
All right. Well, let's see if we can maybe explore a little more here. Why don't you tell me what happened on Monday, February 7th?
There's nothing out of the ordinary. I woke up around 11 a.m. that morning.
Mm-hmm.
Our hospice nurse, Michael, he gets to the house on Mondays at noon. let him in. We got to the house, and he tended to Paulette while I took a video call from a client. He left later that afternoon, and I continued to work.
And you're a sound engineer, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and you work from home?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, you can continue.
So after I wrapped for the day, I ordered some Thai food. I hadn't eaten all day, was starving, so I didn't wait for Sam to get home. But she got to the house pretty soon after I finished eating, and we watched some TV. She went to bed. And then after she went to sleep, I hopped on video games online and played until about 2 a.m., something like that, and then went to sleep.
And what games did you play,
Do you,
as a matter of interest?
Do you normally go to bed that late?
Yeah, usually later, honestly. I have trouble sleeping, so I just kind of stay up until I'm drained.
So I'm going to assume, right, you gave Paulette her dose of OxyContin that evening. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I gave her a dose around 7. That's routine for us.
Well, it should have been
So
around
based
10,
on this
shouldn't
routine,
it?
You obviously gave her
7.
Gave her a pill of OxyContin.
Yeah,
that night.
12 hours
Gave her
apart.
7.
The last one was quarter to 7,
You also
which
gave
around that
her,
time.
A dose on Tuesday, February 8th. That night. Does that sound accurate? All right. So, what about Tuesday? Anything out of the ordinary on Tuesday?
No, I worked on a track for most of the day for a client, and Sam got home around 5.
Mm-hmm.
We ate leftovers from the night before
Oh
and
dear.
watched TV again, and then after she went to sleep, I hopped online and played video games and did that the rest of the night.
And that's it.
So you're eating leftovers?
All right.
Not
So
sharp,
based on
I forgot.
everything that you're saying, then you would have been the last person to give Paulette a dose of OxyContin, right, prior to her death?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Did either you or Samantha give her any breakthrough doses on that day?
No.
Are you sure?
I mean, as far as I'm aware. No.
I'm quite enjoying this.
Okay, so let's assume that everything that you're saying is accurate. Can you explain to me how 5 30 milligram OxyContin pills could have gone missing?
The only thing I've thought about is that maybe the pharmacy messed up. Happens from time to time, right?
He's offering up excuses and pointing in the direction of someone else. That's
Sure.
textbook
But see, even if
red
that
flag
were the case,
behaviour.
it still doesn't
I've watched a
explain
few of those YouTube videos, you know.
doesn't.
Quite the detective.
I guess not.
So, Elliot, right, my job is to figure out how Paulette overdosed. Okay, that's my job. So, with that in mind, is there anything that you need to tell me? Anything that I should be aware of?
Now's the time to fess up,
I
son.
can't think of anything else. I think.
Come
I've
on.
covered everything.
Are you sure?
Okay, you sure?
Yeah, can't think of anything else.
All right.
Okay.
We'll take a short break, okay?
Right. There's only the hospice guy to interview now, isn't there? Wife didn't know what a hospice was. Wife said, "What's a hospice?" I said, "About a gallon and a half." Oh.
Well, I don't know about you, but it feels like both of them are hiding something.
Yes, I'd agree,
Feels
Martin.
off. Elliot seems a bit too nonchalant for my taste.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring Samantha back in here in just a sec. I want to see
Right.
if I can pry some more information out of her.
Yeah. The
Look,
crowbar.
before we do that, we really need to think about how we want to approach this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if I put some pressure on her, she'll crack for sure.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm conflicted.
We're
Part of
thinking
me
headlock.
feels that I should keep playing nice.
I don't know, maybe a calm approach may get her to trust me and open up more.
Uh,
Then again, if this is all an act, she might see right through that bullshit and use it in her favor. Honestly, I don't know. It's hard to get an exact read on her.
she could call a lawyer and it's all over.
See if anything helps guide how we should move forward. Maybe you can get a better take on things.
Oh, okay,
And listen,
okay.
take all the time you want, okay? I don't care if
Yeah.
these two are here all day and night.
Right.
When you're ready, you give me a call and you let me know how you want to play this.
Okay.
I'll trust your judgment.
Alright.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bud. See you soon. Bye. What do you think? Be calm with her. Put pressure on. We've been reasonably calm so far, but we'll be calm with Samantha. See ya. Hi, Martin.
Hey,
Hey.
okay, so you want to go with the nice and calm approach?
Yes.
Not a problem at all. Give me a sec, I'll get Samantha back in here and we'll get things back up and running.
Alright, Paul.
All right, bye.
Alright, bye. So,
This is a continuation with Samantha Williams. The date is still February 19th, 2022. So, Samantha, I just have a few things that I want to clear up with you and then we'll be done, okay? Great. I want to take a look at some of your debt, make sure that my numbers are accurate, okay?
Okay, sure.
So, I see that in addition to your student loans, you have a car that you own, and you owe about $5,700 on that car. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You also have 2 credit cards. Looks like both of those are maxed out, and that's $15,000 that you owe. Is that also correct?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
20 grand.
What does that work out to in terms of a monthly payment?
Just the credit cards or everything?
Everything. So the credit cards, the car, student loan, and I don't need an exact amount. Just give me a rough idea.
I don't know, maybe like $13.50 a month.
$13.50. Okay. And then I know that you live with your mom.
How much does she have?
You do pay her something, right, every month?
$5.50 a month for bills, groceries. Elliot does about the same.
So $5.50 to your mom. Okay. And then salary. What do you?
Any fucking leftovers.
Salary-wise after taxes. Again, I don't need an exact. Just give me a rough estimate.
2,100.
2,100. Okay. Okay. So, if my math is correct, then you owe about $1,900, right, a month. That's your monthly expenses, and then you bring in, as you said, $2,100 a month in terms of salary. So that leaves you with $200 approximately every month to cover things like going out, right, clothes. That $200, that's your monthly disposable income. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's pretty tight.
It is.
Now, Samantha, I'm not saying that the two are connected,
Yes, you are.
but technically this $250,000 life insurance policy, I mean, that's enough to pay off all this debt, and then you still pocket over $100,000.
Technically, yes.
Technically. What do
So
you
is
mean?
that what you plan on doing? You plan on paying off all your debt?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? If you should be outraged at the mere suggestion. You should have been
Let's
outraged when he started asking you about the fucking debt. You should have been like, how the fuck are these two connected?
To Costa Rica in
But
July,
no.
right? This is your,
Oh, Samantha, you've disappointed me.
vacation, is that right? Okay.
I thought you was
And,
I thought you was
you
being
stated
straight up.
That you had purchased a one-way ticket because you found some app, right? That
Yeah,
says,
and
cheap flights, right?
I'm not
So
buying that
you're just
either.
Waiting to find a good deal.
A cheap
right, on
one-way
the
ticket to
return
Costa Rica.
Samantha, I have to ask. Were you really planning on returning? You sure that you're not trying to escape something? Look, Samantha, I'm sure that you can see how this doesn't help your case. Okay? I don't believe that you killed your mom, okay? I don't believe that. But I also don't believe that you're being honest with me. Okay, I want to help you. Right? That's what I want to do. I want to be able to show that you had absolutely nothing to do with this, okay, Samantha? Right, but this is a two-way street, right? Okay, and this is where I need you to help me too. So I need to know why did you buy this one-way ticket? Look, Samantha, if you don't clear this up, you are going to make it really
I
hard.
can't
for me
see
to not
what
win this
answer
lottery.
is going to be
I'm sure you can see that.
acceptable anyway.
Right, so I need to know the truth. I need to know why did you buy this one-way ticket? Yeah.
Hmm? Speak, girl.
I'm leaving Elliot.
I kind of got that impression. That,
So what do you mean?
I mean, if she's buying a one-way
split
ticket,
up?
she obviously not asked about him in his denim jacket. She's like
Yeah, but
making plans, isn't she?
For what? Let me guess. Elliot, he doesn't know this, does he? So is this what you've been hiding?
yeah. Look, when I bought that ticket,
Hmm.
it had nothing to do with my mom, okay?
When did she buy the ticket?
I did figure that she probably would have passed away by then. But that wasn't the reason why.
Samantha, you're gonna have to explain.
Well, I have a lot of debt, as you know, and I had
Bloody hell, she's throwing it out, isn't she?
of people leaving the U.S. to escape their debt.
So is that what you were planning to do? Was
You were leaving the
escape
country
debt?
for 20 grand's worth of debt. You couldn't.
So just to make sure that I get this straight.
But you
purchased
don't-
this one-way ticket
no.
to Costa Rica.
I'm
So
not
you
buying
could
it, love. I'm sorry,
escape
love.
your debt and
Doesn't.
to leave your husband. Is that correct?
Right. So the two combined.
Okay, but what I don't understand
Still-
is why you're trying to bail on your student loans and all your other debt. I mean, you have this $250,000.
I mean, if you're going to bail on your
policy,
debt, if that's your idea, if that's what you've got in the back of your mind, then hey, 20 grand, let's make it a fucking 100 grand, huh?
Debt in a her dead
I
at a
mean,
funeral
you're gonna
cross,
do if that's in the back of your
there's nothing
mind.
left.
You might as well go for broke.
What about her house? What are the plans with the house?
No plans. The house is going into foreclosure any day, and apparently my mom was really behind on her mortgage payments.
So Samantha, just need to know. I mean, are you and Elliot not in a happy marriage? I mean, honestly, it never came across that way. You know, in the time that I spent with you two.
Some detective in it.
Depends on who you ask.
Well, Samantha, I'm asking you.
Elliot is a great guy.
Is he a large guy?
It's
Is
just
he?
that I have changed a lot since we first met. I'm not the same person that I was. And all of this with my mom. It just made me look at life differently, you know? I mean, she was still really young. Life is never guaranteed, right? You know? I'm just now realizing that. And I have always been afraid of everything. My whole life. Afraid to pursue my dreams because I thought that they were worthless compared to other people's. Afraid of fitting in, of not fitting in, of being made fun of. I have lived my whole life for other people, including Elliot. And I never once stopped to consider my own happiness. But I'm done doing that. And I love Elliot. I really do. But he doesn't make me happy. I just wanted a fresh start.
So did she know about the mortgage payments before?
I feel like I deserve a fresh start.
So that's the whole plan, huh? Just to move to Costa Rica and start a whole new chapter in life. Is that basically it?
Yeah, pretty much.
And how are you going to live in
Yeah.
Costa Rica with no money?
How about your big move? Now, do you think that maybe in your overly burdened state that maybe you helped accelerate this whole process?
Of course not. No, I love my mom. I would never do anything to hurt her.
I'm not saying that you hurt her. I'm saying that ending her pain would not be hurting her, right?
I wanted my mom around as long as possible. She was the only person in my life that was truly supportive.
Anyway, it's a nice cheery game, isn't it?
Samantha, I understand. I understand all of this. I get you, but none of this helps me understand how Paulette overdosed. Right? It's not like she could have taken those pills herself.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Let's switch gears here for.
I think we're going to have to apply the pressure. You're going to have to put her in a headlock.
You stated earlier, right, that Elliot was the last person to give your mom a dose of Oxycontin, correct? Correct?
No, actually.
No.
Hmm.
I remembered I had given her a breakthrough dose about 11 p.m. that night.
So hold on. You're telling me.
So you give her one 4 hours
a
later.
dose of Oxycontin that Tuesday night, February 8th, the night right before her death? Is that what you're telling me?
4 hours after Elliot.
Yeah,
And you didn't you didn't think to tell me this earlier?
I'm
1
sorry, I
hour
just forgot.
after bedtime.
There's been so much going on. I truly just didn't remember.
Elliot would have been playing on his video game.
Samantha, you're telling me that you forgot that you gave your mom a dose of Oxycontin the night before she died. That's what you're telling me, is that you forgot?
I know that sounds like it's hard to believe, but that's the truth.
So what just made you suddenly remember?
Okay, so then you were actually the last person to give your mom Oxycontin prior to her death. Is that statement now accurate?
Yeah.
So that still leaves 4 tablets.
I was having trouble sleeping that night, and
You took
woke
one.
up, which was very rare for me. I went to go check on my mom. And I saw that she was having a lot of discomfort. And
How much did you give her?
the usual 10 milligrams.
And what about Elliot? Did Elliot give her any breakthrough doses that you may have forgotten about? No. Are you sure?
We have a chart on the refrigerator. We write everything down.
Did you write your 11 p.m. dose down?
Of course you didn't.
Honestly, I don't remember.
Don't remember. So this whole thing could possibly be an accident.
What do you mean?
I mean, maybe I've been looking at this the wrong way. Right? Maybe nobody intentionally killed your mom. Maybe it was just a simple human mistake. What do you think?
I don't follow exactly.
Samantha, is it possible that you measured that dose incorrectly? I mean, you were tired, right? Stressed. Right, we've already established you got a lot of craziness going on in your life. Maybe when you gave her that dose, you measured wrong and you gave her more than she should have consumed. Do you think that's possible?
But even if I did, that still doesn't explain the missing pills.
No. No, it doesn't. Do you suddenly remember what happened to those 5 missing pills?
No.
You sure?
Well, it'd be 4 now, wouldn't it? If she's admitted to
I
one.
Alright, Samantha, I'm gonna ask you one more time, okay? Because we can't keep going around in circles here. Is there anything that I need to know? Anything that you may have forgotten? Anything that may have popped into your head? Anything that you are suddenly remembering? Anything at all?
No.
So that's everything. Okay. Alright, Samantha, we're going to take a break, okay?
Alright. Oh, it's Martin.
Well, that was a lot more than I was expecting.
Uh-huh.
If she really is telling the truth, then I guess that clears up the one-way ticket.
Well,
But that's only if she's telling the truth. Regardless, I'm having a hard time believing that she really forgot about that 11 p.m. breakthrough dose.
Yeah, me too.
Can't see how someone would forget something like that, especially when they're under investigation.
I know, right?
Honestly, it kind of makes me question everything she's been telling me. Now, if she is being honest, though, then the accident scenario is certainly possible. This is where I wish I were a mind reader. All right, well, moving forward, how do you want to play this with Elliot? I definitely feel he's hiding some things from me as well, and we still can't account for those 5 missing pills.
4, dude,
Tell
4.
him everything we just learned about Samantha's plans to leave him. See if he really has no clue about all this. I just wonder if him learning about Costa Rica will affect things negatively or positively. Because if Samantha's being honest about that trip, then it really has no relevance to this case, and we might get caught up in something that really isn't that important. Now, the other option is I do ask him about Costa Rica, but I don't reveal anything. I just see where he takes things when I ask him about it. Instead, use the time to mostly put some pressure on him being involved with the murder somehow. Really test him to see if he's got something to hide. I'm sure we'll learn something either way.
I think we should go with the drama.
So, this is where my trust lies with you. All right, look things over and let me know how you want me to proceed.
Drama.
All right, we'll talk soon.
Okay. See you soon, mate. Tell Elliot about Costa Rica. Tell him immediately.
Hey.
Hi, Martin.
Okay.
I've decided...
I'll tell him everything I know about Costa Rica.
Oh,
See how that plays
you
out.
read my mind. Okay,
give me a
buddy.
sec, I'll grab Ellie and we'll get things back up and running.
Oh, okay, mate. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I do get back to the...
This is a continuation with Elliot Jordan. The date is still Saturday, February 19th of 2022. Elliot, I just learned that you actually weren't the last person to give Paulette a dose of Oxycontin.
Yeah, she just told me about it in the room, actually.
She just told you that.
Yeah.
Were you aware of this before?
No.
Apparently, she may have possibly written this down on a chart. I guess the two of you keep a chart on your fridge. Does that ring any bells?
Yeah, we keep a chart, but I honestly didn't look at it that night. I had given Paulette her dose at 7, so there was no reason for me to check.
And you didn't hear Samantha get up around 11 o'clock that night?
Yeah, I guess not.
Do you think that's maybe because you were gaming?
Probably.
Do you have headphones on, dude?
I use headphones when I game, so
Uh-huh. Me
I
too.
don't really pay attention to anything around me.
Now, what about you, Elliot? Is there maybe something that you suddenly remember? Maybe something slipped your mind from earlier? Anything at all?
Yeah, I probably should confess something to you.
Go on.
You have something that you need to confess?
Is the tape machine run?
Yeah, I took the pills.
You took the pills.
The 5 missing Oxycontin pills, you took those?
What do you mean you took them?
Now,
As in you
is
digested
that
them, or?
what you used to kill Paulette?
No. I took the pills for myself.
What are you laughing
I
at,
told you
son?
earlier that
What a
I had
laughing
trouble
matter.
sleeping, and I took the oxy to help me sleep.
So
So you took
you're
5.
telling me that you took those pills to personally consume them?
Yeah.
Dear.
And, it honestly wasn't the first time. I've taken pills from Paulette before. I know it's stupid that I should have told you before this, but
Yeah, Elliot, you should have brought this up earlier for sure.
Probably should have mentioned it.
And that could have saved us all a lot of time. Okay.
So you're admitted to taking the 5
Well,
pills.
I guess that clears up the missing pills then, right?
yeah, I guess it does, yeah.
Except Elliot, this confuses me more.
Why?
Well, if you were the one who personally consumed those pills, then how do we explain Paulette overdosing?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know.
No.
Do we know she definitely died of an overdose?
Okay. Elliot, let's get back to Samantha here for a sec. How would you describe your relationship with Samantha?
In what way?
However you want.
I think it's a pretty typical relationship. You know that we've been married for 2 years. Dated a couple years prior, so we've been together for a while. I don't know, it's not much to say. It's a happy marriage.
Uh-huh.
Do you two love each other?
Of course.
And do you trust each other?
Yeah, we love each other, we trust each other. We're a happily married couple.
Planning on going on vacay?
So, just out of curiosity, does Samantha know that you've been taking her mom's pills for your own personal consumption?
No.
She doesn't know that. So it is safe to say that you guys do keep some secrets from each other, right? And what about your future, Elliot? How do you envision your future with Samantha?
My future.
Your future, right? House in the suburbs, couple kiddos, grow old together. Yeah, your future.
We haven't really talked about anything substantial in a while, but we've discussed maybe opening up a small business at some point.
Uh-huh.
What kind of small business did the two of you talk about opening up?
It was just pipe dreams, really, but we've talked about maybe like a small cafe or bed and breakfast, something like that. Just an environment where we can meet new and interesting people.
So, how are you guys planning to fund something like that?
Like I said, there was nothing really that we were finalizing, but I don't know, maybe now with the life insurance money, maybe we can start something.
All
I
right.
would be
What
happy
life
to
insurance is this, son?
Money for something good,
Now, financially speaking, right, you and Samantha are in a totally different situation, right? Like you have no debt, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I've got monthly credit card bills and stuff like that, but I pay those off every month on time.
Uh-huh.
So then you must be a pretty fiscally responsible person, is that right?
Yeah, somewhat.
What about kids? You two ever talk about having kids?
Yeah, we've talked about it. Again, we haven't really discussed anything big lately, but I think it would be nice to have a kid eventually.
Uh-huh.
Obviously with Paulette's health condition, there's too much responsibility between the two of us anyway to think about anything else.
Look, Elliot, yeah, I don't know how to tell you this.
We think you're bullshit, man.
Why don't you tell me what you know about Costa Rica?
Costa Rica.
I'm sorry, what does this have to do with anything?
Well,
So, I'm telling you Costa Rica, and you're telling me you have no idea what I mean?
No.
No.
None.
Elliot, I'm afraid that Samantha, she doesn't share the same vision of the future that you do.
What do you mean?
She's not happy in this relationship, Elliot. In fact, she
oh, stop it there because we're going up to the end of the hour. So stop it now, and we'll carry on with part 2, and that'll be in a separate video if you want to watch the rest of it.